Good afternoon. Thanks for the interview.
Yeah, thanks for coming. It's nice to meet you. What's something in Maryland right now that you think deserves more public attention?
Well, there's the cost of energy, which is crushing my constituents. The cost of being able to pay their utility bills. First, we just came out of winter, which had astronomical utility bills, and you get a little bit of break when the weather lightens up, and now your AC's on and the rates are increased. We're going to see a big jump in the cost of people's utility bills. And that's especially devastating to my fixed income constituents, such as senior citizens. They don't have the increased income to cover the additional costs, so I feel really bad for them.
Are there any new bills that you're working on that you're excited about?
2 years ago, I passed the United States Color Troop, the African-American Civil War soldier bill from Maryland for us to study the African-American soldiers that served for Maryland. They're unsung heroes that have been totally whitewashed over by history. So we did a study commission on them that passed, and now I tried doing one on the sailors last year, didn't go through. I'll bring it back because that history is key to solving our juvenile crime issue. And some people are like, what do you mean? And here's the reason. I was a juvenile offender at 16. I committed an assault and went to the county detention center as a teenager. I understand what it's like to be in those shoes as a child and mixed up in the head and all the peer pressure that goes on. History allows all of us to be grounded and find inspiration of others that came before us. So by bringing forward the history of all those African-American soldiers and sailors, we're able to inspire a younger generation that, look, if these individuals suffered that much hardship and abuse and slavery and faced it and overcame it to give you a chance to achieve success, the best thing you can do is honor them by achieving success yourself. The key to all of our success is understanding our history. A nation that loses its history is rudderless and has no compass to find its future. And that's one of the things some nations and dictatorships do when they take over. The first thing they do is they wipe out history because they want the people to be void of guidance and a compass, and they can control them. But for us, our American history is so rich and inspiring, it makes us the greatest nation in the world. And more of that history we can bring forward to a younger generation, the greater our future will be. I feel that it is a really critical point in time in Maryland history that we can take back our government for the people and make the people sovereign. And the only way the people of Maryland will be sovereign is if they stop the politicians from drawing their own districts. It's like rigging a game. And the best analogy I give people about what's going on in the state of Maryland, the majority party of Democrats have controlled the Maryland General Assembly since 1920. It's 105 years straight. It's the longest run of any single party domination of any state legislature in our nation's history. It's absurd and it's criminal. And it's done by them getting behind closed doors with a political consultant and a laptop. The leaders of the General Assembly, majority party, program into it. There's 141 delegate seats, there's 47 Senate seats, and what the last election results were, and the computer will configure the districts matched up with the previous election results to guarantee the results. That's why right now, the Maryland House of Delegates and the Maryland State Senate are exactly split 73-27% Democrat, Republican. It's an overwhelming, whopping, lopsided system where they just step all over us. And it's like going to a casino where the dealer is always rigging the deck. Once in a while, they might let you win a little bit, keep you in the game. But at the end of the day, they're cleaning you out. And that's what they're doing to the Republicans in the state of Maryland. That's what they're doing to all the citizens. But if we were able to give power back to the people, allow the people to draw the districts, those elections wouldn't see lopsided. It'd be more equal. It's been evenly split Republican and Democrats over the last 20 years for governor. That's a statewide ungerrymandered election. Yet the General Assembly elections are all lopsided, 70-some% Democrat. How does that happen? Why isn't evenly split the other way? It's because what's called gerrymandering, rigging the districts. So if the citizens drew the districts, it wouldn't be districts drawn for the power players running the General Assembly. It'd be districts drawn for the people as it truly should be. And that would solve the political science conundrum of gerrymandering. This is historical. I've been telling people for the last several years, this will be one of the greatest political science accomplishments of the 21st century. And I know that as a political science nerd because this has plagued our nation since 1800. After the first census, they tried to figure out how to draw districts. Ever since then, the politicians that run the state legislators have been rigging the damn elections.
Was that your inspiration to run for governor in 2026?
Actually, I want to run for county executive, but we have no constitution in Carroll County because I want to try to build up the executive experience and eventually run for governor. But now that I've been down in Annapolis for 3 years, I see how bad it really is. And I don't see anyone else on my Republican bench that represents the people like I do. I feel like it's the only thing I can do. I have to step up and do it because we exist under a legislative single-party dictatorship. They do what they want. And the only way to stop that is have a strong governor who's a populist representative representing the majority of the people en masse. That's power.
What is something that you'd like the community to know about you that they might not?
Well, I like writing. I love poetry. I also love riding a Harley, which is a bit of a conundrum and oxymoron. I like hunting, fishing, kayaking, hiking. I love the outdoors. I'm known as the General Assembly poet. I'm also known as probably the coolest member of the General Assembly. I like rocking hats. I like rocking a vest. I'm a Republican with an earring. I'm a bit different, but it gives me my signature. I understand my sport. Political science and politics is a sport, and I think I know it pretty well. And I am a marketing package, but this is who I am, and I'm very authentic about it. I have no shame about who I am. Even in the things in my past people say are colorful, it makes me more tempered as to who I am. And it's truly a gift. I've been given a gift, and I'm bringing that gift forward. I was once laying face down, a puddle of my own blood. I'm a victim of a brutal attempt at murder. And I prayed for the Lord to spare my life. And here I am. And I have a debt to pay for that. And what I'm doing now is paying back that debt. I need to give back for the second chance I've had in my life. So I feel that I'm at the peak of my physical and mental strength, that I can utilize that for the good of the public before I fade out into retirement. And I can look back and be very happy with what I return back to society.
Well, we thank you for sharing more about your candidacy and about you, and we wish you the best of luck.
Thank you very much.